Good morning. Today we will start new chapter of history. The name of the chapter is The Russian Revolution and the Great Depression. In this chapter we will learn about the revolutions of Russia between 1905 and 1924. As the First World War came to a close, a revolutionary wave swept across Europe, toppling the dictatorship and monarchies. टॉपलिंग मीन्स गिर गई. जब फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर ख़त्म होने वाला था तो पूरी यूरोप में एक लहर आई रेवोल्यूशन की. टॉपलिंग मीन्स गिर गई. तो जो डिक्टेटरशिप और मोनार्कीज थी वो ख़त्म हो गई. द प्रोसेस स्टार्टेड इन 1917 with the Russian Revolution that forced Tsar Nicholas to abdicate. Russia experienced a second revolution in October 1917 which saw the establishment of communist government. रशिया में एक सेकेंड रेवोल्यूशन आया था अक्टूबर 1917 में, तो वहाँ पर कम्युनिस्ट गवर्नमेंट स्टैब्लिश हुई थी. German adopted the Weimar Constitution, which gave all adults, male and female, rich or poor, the right to contest elections and vote, जिसमें वहाँ के लोगों को इलेक्शंस करने का और वोट देने का राइट मिला था. You can see various events in different years. In 1900, Tsar Nicholas II rules over the Russian Empire with absolute power. In 1904, Russia suffered humiliating defeats in war against Japan, which led to protests and calls for reforms. 1905, after Bloody Sunday, Nicholas II agreed to allow a Duma or legislature for the people. In 1914, Russia entered WWI and quickly suffered heavy losses and major defeats to Germany along the Eastern Front. In March 1917, revolts in Petrograd forced the Tsar to abdicate and a provincial republic was established. November 1917, Lenin and the Bolsheviks take control in Petrograd and overthrew the republic. In 1918 to 1921, Bolsheviks fight and win a civil war against the White Army. 1922, Lenin established the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic under the control of Communist Party. 1929, Stalin became the sole ruler of the USSR and created a totalitarian state. ये पिक्चर है मुस्तफ़ा कमाल अतातुर्क का, who was the founder of modern Turkey and the father of Turks. In Turkey, a democratic and secular government was installed on October 29, 1923 under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, toppling the old Ottoman Sultanate. टर्की में डेमोक्रेटिक और सेक्युलर गवर्नमेंट इंस्टॉल्ड किया था इन्होंने 29 अक्टूबर 1923 में. Ataturk began industrializing his country, introducing democratic law instead of Muslim Sharia law and setting up a modern education system for boys and girls instead of the religious madrasas. इन्होंने अपनी कंट्री को इंडस्ट्रियलाइज करना स्टार्ट किया, डेमोक्रेटिक लॉज इंट्रोड्यूस किया और एक मॉडर्न एजुकेशन सिस्टम लाया एंड ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड टर्की फ्रॉम एन इस्लामिक एम्पायर इनटू अ मॉडर्न नेशन स्टेट. और टर्की को इस्लामिक एम्पायर से एक मॉडर्न नेशन स्टेट में ट्रांसफॉर्म किया. The Russian Revolution, pre-war Russia. By 1914, Russia had become a vast empire that spread across the European and Asian countries. 1914 तक के रशिया बहुत बड़ा एम्पायर हो गया था और वो यूरोपियन और एशियन कंट्रीज में फैल गया था. The Russian government ruled over diverse region inhabited by people of different languages, religions. Power in this empire lay in the hands of the allied land-owning class who were led by autocratic Tsar Nicholas II, who belonged to Romanov dynasty. Most of his officials in this empire were wealthy landowners from noble families. और इस एम्पायर का जो पावर था वो एलाइट और लैंड ओनर्स के पास था. एलाइट मीन्स जो विशेष वर्ग के लोग होते हैं और लैंड ओनर्स मीन्स जिनकी खुद की लैंड होती है और जो नोबल फैमिलीज से बिलोंग करते हैं. In Russia, the peasants who cultivated the land lived in serfdom until 1861. रशिया में जो peasants थे, किसान थे जो फसल उगाते थे, वो सर्फडम में रहते. सर्फडम मीन्स वो दास थे 1861 तक के. These serfs were bonded vassals who were prohibited from pursuing an alternate occupation or leaving their village without the permission of their landlord. If a landowner sold his land, the serfs were also transferred to the new owner. The Tsar issued a proclamation in 1861 freeing the serfs from their bondage. However, the ownership of land remained with the landlord, so the freed peasants were now forced to pay high rents to farm the land. 1861 में ज़ार ने एक प्रोक्लेमेशन इशूड किया. जो सर्फ्स थे, जो दास लोग थे, उनको फ्री करने के लिए. Industry and workers. In 1880s, the Russian government realized that the country needed to industrialize to supply the army, which needed modern armaments and railways that only large factories could manufacture. 1880 में रशियन गवर्नमेंट को रियलाइज़ हुआ कि कंट्री को इंडस्ट्रियलाइज होने की ज़रूरत है. So Tsarist regime took the initiative to industrialize. In Britain and France, it was the wealthy middle-class merchants who invested in setting up small and medium industries. Russia, on the other hand, invited foreign investors to set up large factories, attracting them with initiatives and concessions. और रशिया फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स को भी इनवाइट कर रहा था कि वो यहाँ पर अपनी फैक्ट्रीज़, बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज़ को खोले और उनको अट्रैक्ट कर रहा था कंसेशंस और इंसेंटिव्स के साथ में. रशियन इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन वाज दस कंट्रोल्ड बाय द एलाइट क्लास which prevented the emergence of an independent middle class or strong capitalist class. With industrialization, the process of urbanization also picked up pace. इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन के साथ में अर्बनाइजेशन की भी प्रोसेस होने लगी. The factories established in Russia were huge, employing thousands of workers. The 1905 revolution. Let's see what happened in 1905 revolution. News of Bloody Sunday spread quickly. Workers and peasants who had been unhappy about the war and their own situation rose up in protest. Peasants supported by SR rioted. The Tsar was criticized. Urban workers went on strike. Government officials were assassinated, including the Tsar's uncle. Nationalist rebellions broke out. More worryingly, military units joined the strikes. Nicholas tried to use Cossacks to break up the protest. In some places, the Cossacks refused to follow orders. The War and Revolution of 1917. On Women's Day, on February 23, 1917, the women took a procession in Petrograd, the new name of Petersburg, demanding food and peace. February 23 को जब वुमेंस डे था 1917 में औरतों ने भी एक प्रोसेशन निकाला और उसमें उन्होंने डिमांड की फूड की और पीस की। Workers' assemblies were also organized in every factory in which the workers choose their representative for an apex city level workers' assembly. These assemblies were called Soviets, a Russian word similar to panchayat. The factory Soviets took over the management of their factories from the owners, taking all the decisions and implementing them. Russian Revolution and abdication of Tsar Nicholas. By late 1916, the large but incompetent and poorly equipped Russian army had experienced numerous defeats and had run out of ammunition and other essential supplies. The civilian economy was in a state of collapse and the cities faced shortage of fuel and food in the winter of 1916-1917. Seeing the mood of the people and the pressure from the Petrograd Soviet, the Duma urged the Tsar to abdicate and allow to constitute a new cabinet of ministers. लोगों का मूड देख के और जो पेट्रोग्राड से जो सोवियत से जो प्रेशर था, तो डूमा ने tsar से कहा कि एब्डिकेट कर दे, छोड़ दे और अलाउ करे न्यू कैबिनेट ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स को। The Tsar was forced to abdicate on March 2, 1917 और ज़ार को फोर्स किया गया छोड़ने के लिए 2 मार्च 1917 में। The chain of events leading up to abdication is called the February Revolution। ये जो abdication की जो चेन थी उसको बोलते हैं February Revolution। In this picture, you can see that Lenin addressing a congregation in 1917. On October 25, 1917, the Petrograd Soviet, under the leadership of the Communist Party, toppled the interim government and set up a revolutionary government. 25 October 1917 में पेट्रोग्राड सोवियत ने कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के लीडरशिप में इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट को गिरा के एक रिवोल्यूशनरी गवर्नमेंट को सेटअप किया। द नेक्स्ट डे लेनिन प्रोक्लेम द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ न्यू गवर्नमेंट बिफोर ऑल रशियन कांग्रेस ऑफ सोवियट्स एंड मेड टू इम्पोर्टेंट अनाउंसमेंट। जैसा आप पिक्चर में देख सकते हैं कि लेनिन ने बताया कि नई गवर्नमेंट का फॉर्मेशन हुआ है, नई गवर्नमेंट बनी है और उसके साथ में 2 इम्पॉर्टेंट और अनाउंसमेंट की थी। अब देखते हैं अनाउंसमेंट्स क्या थी। द फर्स्ट वाज द डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ एन आर्मिस्टाइज एंड एन अपील फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक पीस। द सेकेंड वाज द डिसीजन टू नेशनलाइज द लैंड belonging to the landlords and redistribute it among the peasants.